Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Hello, I'm Adam Steele, your host for the Hot Pole podcast, and joining me as usual is Liam Wright. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm quite pleasantly surprised I managed to wave then because my arms do not work. Oh, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm not bad. I forgot to make myself a drink, but other than that, I'm good.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes, I can't lift my arms very far because I decided to go back to the gym last week. Well, I started on Monday and I went again today, and yeah, arms no lift. But they have a steam room and a pool. So after a really intense workout, I can go and blob, 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 blob. And then go in the pool.
Nice.
Yes. So, yes, it's been a busy week for me. Hope it's been a busy week for all of you. I think we've released 2 videos already this week. It's been quite the epic week. I think I'm going to release another video tomorrow. But yes, we did the video about the Grindstein pedal from Christian Kohler, and that was pretty epic. And I genuinely can't remember at this point. Oh yeah, so I released the taste code distortion. No, that was last week. I don't even know anymore. Who are you? But we've got lots of videos that are ready to go, but because of release schedules and embargoes and all that kind of stuff, it's just like, ah! So there you go. That noise must be made. But yes, there is so much coming. I'm filming more stuff tomorrow. The people on Warren Hewitt's ProMix Academy, the Produce Like a Pro Academy, confuses me, have a video from me all about how I mic up a full drum kit that came out this week. So that's a thing now. Yes, I'm now a part-time, I suppose you would say, like, staff member for the Produce Like a Pro Academy. And so, yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. So, as well as everything else, I'm now doing that too. Yes.
Yeah, so, very exciting. Quite a good few conversations with Warren about that, and super excited.
Absolutely.
We've been working with Warren for almost 2 years now, haven't we?
Yes.
Since the launch of the course.
It's come around very quickly. Tomorrow I will be filming an update for the course. So anyone who already has it will get new content, and anyone who doesn't have it will have more reason to have it.
Ooh.
Yes.
So what's going to be in that then?
Everything that's come out in Reaper since the release of Reaper 6.
Oh, okay, cool.
So kind of highlighting what's new and what's cool and why.
That's going to be ace for everyone that's already bought it.
Yes.
Free stuff.
Yeah, when I was filming the course, it was with like a pre-release version of Reaper 6, which was cool and had all the new stuff, but now there's even more new stuff because typical Reaper guys. So yes, very much looking forward to doing that. And also tomorrow I will be finishing off my build of a bass box, or as I call it, my little touring box. Because I'm going back starting doing shows starting on Saturday.
All right.
Yeah, every Saturday for the next 5 weeks, I'm going to be, except for Chris's wedding, I'm going to be out playing weddings again. So I've not committed to doing that full time, but a friend of mine who I used to work with doesn't work for the agency anymore. So he called me up and said, "Hey, I need a bass player. Do you want to come and do some shows?" And I was like, "Hell yes." Oh, hello. Thank you very much, sweeties. Yes. Mickey has brought me sweeties, which I need because Jim. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, he said, yeah. I said, yeah, well, why not? I'll do some shows. So that's given me an opportunity to make a video around what I would take on a tour. Because I like to travel relatively light, but I like to have backups of everything. And those two are quite hard to reconcile. So, yeah, it's interesting showing how I've now got a wireless mic, I've got a wireless pack, I've got wireless in-ears, I've got non-wireless backups of everything. Yeah, but still managed to keep it small and compact. So, that'll hopefully be enlightening for people who will be going out and playing shows now that the world is starting to open up again. I'm going to have to eat the rest of those later because I've just realised how chewing wine gums won't sound ideal on stream. I do apologise. Yeah, these are wine gums, basically gelatin and sugar. If it wasn't for the sugar, these would be really good for keto. But the first ingredient, unfortunately, is glucose syrup, so sugar. And the second one is sugar.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of keto.
Yeah. Well, I'm going from keto to beef-toe. Yeah, I've been doing keto for a while now, and it's not... I can't stick to it enough. So I'm doing the opposite of burn all the calories and then earn your food. So that'll work out for me. So there we go.
Cool. We roll the intro?
Let's roll. We rolled the intro. We rolled the intro as we came in. So,
okay.
Yes. Shall we run the news?
Let's do the news.
The news. Da-da-da-da-da. Why is our bitrate ridiculous? Oh, because I've set it to ridiculous. Right, okay.
Nice.
Why did I do that? Can't remember. Never mind. I was filming something after we were with Max Solo as a guest last week. So yeah, luckily our internet is ridiculous here, so 25 megabit actually worked and didn't just leave it in a steaming pile of tears. Lucky. But yes, this is the Mad Max Fury Road, which is the recent film, the Doof Wagon, which is the big thing that the flamethrower guitarist was on. And in chat earlier, Poo Ninja said, "Where does one park such a vehicle?" And my answer was, anywhere you want. So, yes. Yes. It's up for sale. Have you ever wanted to be hung by bungee cords strapped to a 15-ton PA/military vehicle with your own... Yeah, so the I don't think the 4 taiko drum section and the flamethrower... Oh, no, the flamethrower guitar comes with it. Okay, that's cool. Oh, and it does have the taikos on the back. So you can have people on the back joining in going doof 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 doof. So yeah, Lloyd's Auctions Australia. So like Lloyd's of London, but the Australia version. Yes.
Wow.
Flocky says that movie actually happened. Yes, this movie actually happened. And it was brilliant. I loved it. It wasn't the best, like... normal narrative script you'll ever read, but if you just want to go on a journey, what a journey.
We saw that as a company outing film, didn't we?
Oh, I think we did, yeah. Back when we were doing regular movie nights. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't get it," and it's like, well, just go on the ride. It's like you don't go on a big roller coaster and at the end complain about how one corner didn't engage you enough. Just go on the roller coaster. So, yes. It's not sold yet. It goes up official auction 26th of September, which is 3 days from now, at 7 p.m. Australian time. So if you've got more money than sense and you want to buy this absolute monster, it's a 4-axled... proper. It looks like it can actually hold its own weight properly because it's a proper military vehicle. It's been retrofitted. Some of these carry they carry cranes and stuff on the back sometimes in actual use. Poo Ninja says it runs on spray paint. Yeah, the stuff that you make your teeth silver with. Yeah, the empty calorie diet, vitamins and beer as required. Yeah, I did make a mistake earlier. I was really hungry and we didn't have much in the house because Mickey was actually out shopping at the time. So I made 4 slices of toast, and wheat is not great. Not great gym food. But yes, the PA system comes included, the drums come included. It's based on an MAN LKW 15-ton military GL Cat IA1 8x8. That's lots. And it's been modified. It's actually got a track width of 2.9 meters, so you can't even just drive it down the road. Because 2.9 meters wide, that's a lot of wide.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of thing where if anyone tries to get in your way, you just crush them. So there you go. If you want it, go buy it. Because it's actually a thing and you can buy the thing.
If it's that wide, like, how do you even get it anyway? You have to put it on a truck and even then get police escort.
Yeah, just don't go down any B roads, I guess.
Mm.
You can do wide load escorts on motorways without a police escort, as long as you've got like a regular escort.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's as far as I know anyway, because I've seen loads of it driving down the M6, which is like the main motorway up and down England.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually have on the front and the back, they've got escort vehicles with the orange lights rather than police.
Fair enough then.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, go get one. Moving on.
I think it would be cool, like a festival or something.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. Just have that in storage and take it to every festival and charge people for photos. Yeah, could make money. But yeah, that the exact sound of Pearl Jam's 10, apparently you can get the 1991 Overdrive now for just £99. I wonder what kind of sound was on that album. Oh, it was just an overdrive hitting a plexi, which makes sense because it was kind of very classic rock style stuff, Pearl Jam. Everyone said it was grunge, but it wasn't really grunge. I would have thought the early Pearl Jam, musically at least, was more classic rock. It became alternative rock, I guess. But it definitely didn't have the same sound as something like Nirvana or Mudhoney or something like that.
It had that Seattle sound, but yeah, it wasn't as gritty. I mean, 10's a fantastic album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, more modern equivalents are kind of like Alter Bridge-esque sort of sounding sort of stuff, isn't it? Without the kind of the epicness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that kind of thing rather than just like Nirvana was more turn everything to 11 and more.
Temple of the Dog, which was one of the crossover bands when Andrew Woods died in tribute of him, was a bit more grungy, which still had Eddie Vedder and I think Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell were both on that album.
They were.
Got it. I've actually got. Where is it? No, not.
It's in your front room.
Is it in my front room? Yeah, the LP of it. There you go. Adam knows better than I do.
Well, last time I went in there, a couple of weeks ago, I saw it on the wall and I went, that's where it is.
We've got a record player now. I should actually really get it out and play it instead.
Yeah, hopefully it's still flat with it being on the wall in the sun, but we'll see. I don't remember every chord having a... But yeah, this has been made by a company called Funny Little Boxes, made in collaboration with Matt Webster from the Let's Play All YouTube channel. But yeah, apparently it's going to sound like Pearl Jam in a box for £99. That is quite a decent price point if it sounds good.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. My new pedal this week, completely unrelated, is this. This is the Dead Wheeled Audio Golem. This thing is quite possibly the most incredible gate pedal I've ever heard. It's like if you've got background noise of any kind, it can kill it. And there's a special mode that's like ultra, so you just go chugga, 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 and it just cuts out everything else. But that's on a switch, so that if you're actually doing anything where you don't want that, you can still have some kind of gate that isn't just like, oh my god. So yeah, there you go. Big YouTube video, Let's Play All. Go get it.
Cool.
Moving on, Billy Corgan from the, talking of the whole grunge era, Smashing Pumpkins, is selling guitars and synths from the Gish, Siamese Dream, and Melancholy, and the Infinite Sadness eras. So yeah, if you were a massive fan and he was selling stuff last time that wasn't quite what you were after, who knows, this time it might be the one.
Mm.
I mean, he's just had his new amp, which we talked about a couple of months back, called the Grace by Karsten Amps, and I've now heard it, and oh my word, it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely looked at that now and gone, well, I don't need any of this anymore. So yeah, there's 100 items being sold. Interestingly, they've all got a fixed selling price this time. So yeah, there's an ADA MP1. They're not bad. A JMP1, which you get JMP1 preamps around here on Facebook Marketplace for £300 to £400.
Yeah,
they're good, but that's because we're in England, and in England, you trip up on the street and you turn around and someone has left a Marshall there. It's very common. In the US, not so much. A Prophet 10. I mean, I would love to have that synth, but that's probably one of the higher priced items. The Prophet 5s are not cheap, and that is 2 of them in one, and they're incredibly rare. So yeah, it looks like they're going to be on his Reverb shop, and the sale goes live 29th of September, which is on Wednesday. So just under a week away. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, I kind of want it. Oh, the Wizard of Oz Stratocaster, which apparently that's something he did a lot of work with. That's a rack-mounted Kurzweil K2500. If no one buys that, I might try and pick that up because they're kind of cool. Old, late 90s, early 2000s keyboard tech. Jordan Rudess from Dream Theater used to tour with 2 or 3 of those. I mean, they're hilariously outdated now for what they do because they're like digital workstation keyboards, but from 2000. So, but if it's a reasonable price, who knows? But yeah, if you're a Billy Corgan fan, go get it. Moving on, there's a rumor with a photo that Fender are about to drop a new Jim Root Slipknot Black Paisley Jazzmaster, and I like the look of this. Oh, so yeah, it's black and white, looks slightly cream-coloured paisley finish on a Jazzmaster, which will have his signature pickups. Still on EMGs. I thought he'd moved over, but I guess not. But yeah, Jim Root has a black paisley Strat, but I don't think they're on sale. There is personal collection, custom shop stuff. There is a rumour that this is going to be on general sale. It's definitely one of those where I think if you like it, that's definitely the guitar for you, but it could be quite niche. But the regular Jazzmasters that he has right now are between €1,250 and €1,600.
Ooh.
So that's probably the kind of price range we're looking at. It's kind of the mid to low tier priced USA models. Yeah. Hardtail Jazzmaster designed to be played very, very low. And of course sounding very, very different to your granddad's Jazzmaster.
Yeah.
So there you go. Get that. Moving on, Wavegrove, who I've never heard of, have released a transformer plugin called the Magi, or Magi, however you want to pronounce it. Transformer plugin, always piques my interest. Saturates and compresses, using physics. Now you have my attention. But what do you mean by physics? Because that's
everything is physics.
Exactly, yeah. Modeling is all based on how physics works. Let's have a look. So it works like a transformer that's pushed beyond its natural limit. It creates the type of compression that you cannot hone with parameters like attack and release. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, when you push a transformer, it's not the same as compression. It's not the same as straight up distortion. It kind of compresses and kind of saturates in a way that nothing else really does. I really like the True Iron plugin from Kazrog. They've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it finds its way onto almost every mix that I do. So yeah, if this does a similar thing, it might work in other places for me.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got oversampling, which means that it should have less kind of digital issues in it.
Right.
Oh, right. I'm definitely going to buy it because you can buy it from Gumroad, VST, VST3, and audio unit for Windows and Mac OS, less than $10.
Oh.
Yeah, 10 US dollars, exactly 10 US dollars.
Sounds affordable.
Yes, it's affordable. So yeah, I'll be putting that as a tab on the left before I turn my computer off tonight. I'll go and investigate that for a tenner. Why not? So, talking about affordable, Cali Audio, well known for affordable monitors that are actually really, really good. Toman are currently having a sale on the Cali Audio monitors, which tells me that their shipment arrived. Because I talked to Cali Audio a few months back now about maybe doing a video, and they said, yeah, we'd love to, but we don't have anything. Because, all the shipping delays that have been over the past year or so.
Yeah, no one has anything anywhere.
Yeah, this tells me that their shipping crate came in, and they're like, now we have too many. So yeah, €299 each, which means it's €600 for a pair, which is still a chunk of change. But if you've been looking for some low-priced but high-quality monitors, this is probably a good bet.
It might not be that they've got too many. It might be that the supply chain issue is now solved, and therefore they need money to order the next order in.
Right.
Because they don't want to have a warehouse full. I don't know if you catch Linus Tech Tips video on the new modular laptop.
Oh, the framework, yes.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Where he was talking about how they need funding and stuff and what they need it for. That was really interesting how he explained that really well.
Yeah,
something that's relevant for anything in the product environment. If people don't understand about profit margins on products and where the money goes, that video was really good.
Yeah. So yeah, highly recommend that if you want to know why supply chain issues are bad.
And also, I reckon it might be interesting looking at that from a music point of view, because you've got all the different custom modules you can put in it and stuff. Interesting to look at that.
Absolutely. And of course, they've not finished making modules yet. There'll be ones they've not even thought of yet. Very interesting for guys like us.
Exactly.
Right, I've just worked it out. The Iron 8s have gone down from €350 to 300 because, like you were saying with tooling and stuff, there's a new model, the Iron 8 Second Wave, which is €389. I don't know if they're in stock yet, but if they are, they're getting short of the original model.
Right.
Still good. I'm pretty sure I've played with John Brown's ones that are the Mark 1s, and they're really good for what they cost. We had them in quite a small room, and we're both sat there going, wow, this is weird. I mean, yeah, so that's all right. I mean, there are better speakers than that. I will not say there aren't, but you're looking at adding a lot more money onto the sale price. And that's the thing. Depending on what you can afford, if I could have bought a pair of these when I was starting, I wouldn't have had to save up the £1,100, I think it was, for a pair of Adam A7s at the time, which they were genuinely the affordable option that were not terrible. Because anything at the same price or lower at that point in 2008 or so was just garbage. And if you wanted something really good, you were looking at 1,500 and up. And then Adam Audio came along and said, hey, how about this for 1,100? And I just went, I'm going to save up. I'm going to get them. I've still got the A7Xs, which are really good. But yeah, if I was starting now, I'd probably get these.
Yeah.
I mean, there's their LP range as well, which are even cheaper. But these, I mean, if I'm given the choice of going slightly higher end and still going way below the original budget that I had, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the best that I can afford and not just the most affordable that I can afford. And so there you go. So from the cheap to the ludicrous, some people pay a lot of money for headphones.
They do?
Some people do. Odyssey make those headphones that are for those people who want to spend money. They've just come out with the LCD 5s, and I don't know if you've seen the price already.
No.
Nope. Do you want to guess at how much these are?
I mean, what makes them good? I'm just guessing randomly into the wind.
They have that, if it's Odyssey's, if I remember rightly, they've got that kind of thing where the entire plane in the headphone is the speaker. So instead of having a moving piece of magnet and rubber, it's the whole thing is electrostatic, if I remember rightly. I might not be remembering that right.
500 quid.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Bit more.
Oh. 1,000.
Bit more.
2,000.
Bit more.
3,000.
Bit more.
4,000.
$4,500.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the kind of headphones that you buy if you've got money. I mean, they weigh less than the others originally. Yeah, they are planar magnetic. That's the term I was searching for. Planar magnetic means that, yeah, they don't have the traditional speaker cone and magnet and moving thing. They've got a plane that's electrically charged. So the entire thing moves, which means that it doesn't need to make big movements. Which means to produce the same amount of sound, it can be ridiculously detailed because it's not trying to fight itself in terms of physics.
Right.
Yeah, they're very clever. Yeah, Odyssey stuff is pretty cool. I've listened to not these, I think it's the LCD ones. Wasn't a big fan of the sound. That doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that I didn't kind of get with it, I guess. But they were definitely quality. Everything about them was solid metal and some sort of hard-wearing fake leather alternative. And like you can see here, they've got like the casing is made with like a tiger print. And that's embedded in the material. And yeah, very nice. Apparently it's a Fluxor magnet assembly, phasor waveguides, and newly developed parallel uniforce voice coils. So there's a lot of marketing speak.
Was that parallel uniforce?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what it says letter for letter, and that it sounds cool.
I'm sold.
I mean, they're the kind of thing where people with a lot of money who want to be mad audiophiles would probably be quite justified to buy them because they'll have a sonic edge based on the actual physics of the design. But, yeah, nah, not for me.
No.
Between the 650s and the VSX, I mean, I've got the best part of $1,000 worth of headphones there as it is. I'm not spending any more at this point. And that's me doing this professionally,
Yeah.
But, some people pay to go and watch football. Some people go and pay lots of money for a fishing rod. Some people pay lots of money for nice headphones. And if that's what you want to do, hey.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Yeah. It's fair, I guess.
Yeah, so there you go. Moving on. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about the Rhodes piano and how it had a particular sound?
Mm-hmm.
So they've begun teasing their forthcoming electric piano. They've started to actually put teaser photos out and materials and really starting to release some little details.
Okay.
And anyway, that's the gym talking. But yes, Rhodes coming soon. There's pictures of all the controls coming up, and yeah, that looks a lot like the inside of a piano, but it's technically not because a Rhodes kind of isn't a piano, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got all the separate hammers. And yeah, very cool. That's a thing. But yes.
It was a very cool sound.
So yeah, keep an ear out for them. Yes. Apparently, Rhodes brought in the company that make Steinway pianos to design the keyboard. Yeah. So yeah, it built into the effects section is going to be a VCA compressor, analog stereo phaser, analog stereo chorus, and a delay. So yeah, they're really going for it in terms of full analog everything wherever possible.
That could sell pretty well, I think.
Apparently the effects appear to be optional. So yeah, maybe maybe you'll be able to buy one with the effects and one without, or take it out and put upgrades in. We'll see. So it'll be more cost-effective versions if you're not an effects nerd, and then people like me who wouldn't buy it without. Because for me, the Rhodes has a certain sound attached to it, and it's things like the panner and all that kind of stuff. Very much part of the Rhodes sound for me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, 100%.
So if you want to put that through an amp and mic it up, you might need the new Austrian Audio CC8 small diaphragm condenser. Ooh. So it's small diaphragm condenser, and nothing particularly interesting about that. But it uses a new capsule inspired by the CK1 capsule. So inspired by a vintage AKG design. So some of the vintage AKG small diaphragm condensers are really, really, revered for their sound quality. And so Austrian Audio have basically rebuilt that, but with modern technology, like they did with the OC 818 mic and the OC 18 mic with their capsules, which are basically the old AKG C12 capsule, but just modernized so that they're the same. Yeah, they're hand-built in Vienna and available as a single microphone or a matched pair. And I'm going to guess that these aren't super cheap, because hand-built in Austria, 400 euros for one, 800 euros for two. I think that's less than a Neumann KM184, which is going to be its main competition in that space. Right, no, so a Neumann KM184, a single one is 600 and a pair is 1,060. So yeah, they're undercutting Neumann. I don't know if these are going to sound the same as Neumann's. I would imagine not. They'll definitely have that AKG-ish sound, the Austrian sound rather than the German sound. But yeah, I'm going to imagine that's a little brighter and more kind of clear and present than the Neumann's. Just as a guess, because that's, in my mind, where AKG tended to go rather than Neumann with the heavy mids. So if that's the kind of sound you want, they are now a thing you can go and get. So yeah, check them out. Now, Josh Smith has teased a new ST-style Ibanez, so basically a Stratocaster from Ibanez. And also, he's got his Telecaster here. Josh Smith, where do I know Josh Smith from? Because I know the name, he's quite a well-known guitar player. But Marty says if they're sending you a pair to test out. Not currently, although they are sending me a set of the Hi X25 headphones that we talked about a few weeks back with the Bluetooth. So I'm going to check them out and see if they're worth mixing with, or whether they're just good to listen to, or whatever. So, yes, Austrian Audio are in contact with me, and I am going to be working with them again. So, maybe, but not confirmed as yet. If it was, I'd tell you. Because now they've been in the news, it's not exactly NDA.
No.
They have been disclosed. Andre says a CK1 was always a bit harsher compared to a 184. There you go. That's kind of what I was getting at. The brighter. Harsher is one way to describe it. I would describe it as more airy, which, depending on what you're doing with it, can be really good. If you need a more present overhead sound, or if you're recording an acoustic guitar and you want more sparkle or whatever, yeah, they'll probably be good for that. But yeah, Josh Smith, basically a Stratocaster with an Ibanez headstock. I wonder if that's going to rile up Fender. Because up till recently, Ibanez have been trying to avoid making guitars that look too much like something Fender makes, because they don't want to anger the gods, so to speak. I mean, everybody knows there are only so many guitar body designs you can actually do. But they do try and make small details different. And I mean, with a guitarist's eye, I'm looking at this. Oh, and a different one. Okay. But that looks more like a Yamaha with the double cut. So, but that's still an Ibanez. That I would know from a distance that that's not a Strat. Without even looking at the headstock, which is a dead giveaway. But it's still a little close. So yeah, for them to be doing that is a very brave move. And it looks like I've just found an extra thing that they basically copied the old Yamaha classics. Let's see how that goes down. But yeah, Josh Smith. I'm trying to think where I know Josh Smith from. That better be good. That's his Josh Smith signature, and that's €2,500 for one of them. So that's got to be the top of the line custom range made in Japan stuff. But I'll bet it plays like absolute butter. Yeah, if you want a really, really, really nice Telecaster, that could be a way to go. And then finally, because there's no Behringer news this week, unfortunately. It says, did Josh play for Andertons? I don't think so. I think that was Josh Allen, not Josh Smith. If he did, I don't know. But yeah, Gibson, the ultimate play authentic crowd, have just made a new series of acoustic guitars that have got a hole in the side so it shouts at you. So these are the Generation collection with the player port. Now,
okay. What's
yeah,
that mean?
It means there's a hole in the side so that the sound comes out firing at you, so you can hear how the guitar sounds, apparently. Even though it's commonly known that the sound hole in the front is not where the sound comes out. I mean, there's a possibility that a percentage of the accurate sound could come up towards you. But yeah, I mean, it might help. My friend Jamie Humphreys has one of these, and he says it's actually pretty good. The prices start at €1,000 and go up to €2,000. That's for a G200, which is their J200, but in the Generation line.
Right.
Which I've always wanted a J200 because they're huge and they sound huge. But I don't know. Apparently it's got a neck profile called Advanced Response. And yeah, it's got clever stuff. Yeah. Oh, left-handed versions at no extra charge. That's why I thought this news article was interesting. Because that's something worth talking about for the lefties, because not enough left-handed guitars are out there, really. But the fact that they're doing it and not charging anymore, that's actually a good point, plus point. Well done, Gibson. Major says that's a cup holder. The top, yeah, put your beer in it. But yeah, there you go. That was the authentic news. Yeah. Wait. Oh, no, can't lift my arms. Oh.
Almost.
There we go. This is going to be interesting playing a wedding on Saturday. I have to drive 3 hours each way with T-Rex arms.
Uh-oh.
Danny says, yeah, yet another place to drop your pick in. Yeah, but that's a really easy place to get your pick out. You turn the guitar upside down and shake it, and they should all come out of the dust hole. So, yeah, useful. So, any questions this week from the chat? We had some
from the chat.
Yeah, we had some very interesting stuff come in to ask Max Solo last week.
Oh.
What a lovely chap he was. And so let's see what we got this week. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff coming from 42 Gear Street. But it seems like I'm making videos at the same rate that I'm releasing them, which is good. But it means that just looking at my unlisted videos now, I've got lots. But most of those have gone out to the patrons on Patreon. So if you wanted to watch those and you're a patron, there's a post on Patreon right now where you can go and check them all out early. Because that's what we give back to you as thanks for supporting us.
Indeed.
Indeed. Oh, big stretches. Oh, I've been doing like chest blaster movements and yeah. I went to lie on the bed for 20 minutes earlier and I was kind of propping myself up with my hands like you do, and my face just went. Luckily, I was on a soft surface.
Oh, lol.
Yeah, Mage says, yeah, I like Max's demos. Yeah, Max does good demos. He's a good guy. He does videos in English and Russian, and he lives in Germany. Craziness. And yes, he does speak German as well to a certain extent. But yeah, what an incredible person. That's a question I've got for the chat, actually. Who do you think we should have on as a guest? Who have we not had on, or who have we not had on in far too long that you guys would like to see, or that you guys would never want to see again? Let us know what you think. Who would you like to see?
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose, yes. I'll get right on that. The mugs, the Hot Pole Studios mugs have arrived. Moo. So I'm going to be bringing a whole box of them into the studio tomorrow, and we can talk about the battle plans for disseminating them to our adoring fans. Because that's going to be an interesting challenge.
It'll be fine. So we just need to figure out the delivery part of it, how to get them picked up, and we'll get them sorted and get them on the site. The site's all set up ready for it. So
fantastic. If anybody wasn't aware, by the way, we do have a new website. We've mentioned it on the podcast before, but sometimes people don't watch every episode. So hotpolestudios.com is our new one-stop shop for all things me. It's a very weird thing to say.
It's true, though.
It is. That's what makes it weird. I do like to say things like that in complete absurdity, and when you realise that you can say something completely absurd and it's actually a happening thing. Yes. That's weird. Another small piece of news from a friend of mine is, if I can find an official announcement somewhere. I'm getting Monuments blasted in my ear from their website, which has kind of spoiled the thing a little bit. But yeah, Monuments, the band, with my good man John Brown, have put out a teaser for their new song on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if that does it. And so then they put a teaser video out earlier today. And so Mick Gordon, who made the Doom soundtrack, is going to be on their new track. And might be on more than that. So, yeah. The guy who made Doom is on my friend's music. That's awesome.
That is very cool.
Yes. And their new single, Lavos, comes out in exactly a week. Comes out 30th of September. So next Thursday. And yes, I have been working on material for that. It's not exactly a secret. But yes, there's going to be a release with things and stuff. Ooh, indeed. Ooh. Among the many, many, many things I have been doing, that's one of the things. So yes, Mage says we should try and get Jeff Lynne and Alan Parsons. Again, they could be tricky, but I can ask agents and see who we can get on. I mean, I could probably get some classic producers on as guests. Maybe someone like Hugh Pagan. That'd be interesting.
I don't know who that is. I don't know why I'm going.
He produced people like The Police and Sting, and I think he produced U2 as well. He definitely produced a lot of Peter Gabriel stuff. Hugh Pagan. Who's he done? Yeah. So the In the Air Tonight. Doof, 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 doof.
All right.
That was Hugh Pagan. Yeah, he's got more awards than you would possibly believe. 4 Grammys in amongst the rest. But yeah, he's worked with Sting, Phil Collins, XTC, Genesis, The Police, and lots more.
Wow.
And he was talking to Warren Hewitt on his channel about things that happened back in the day. And they ended up having to split the video into 2. I think it was like 3.5 hours of material all told. So I know full well that Hugh can talk. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to get his thoughts on the state of music now and the state of music gear now, especially as an engineer that created something as mad as that. Doo-doof, doo-doof. The big drum sound of the 80s. But yeah, it seems that everybody's being quiet in chat tonight, which is unusual.
A quiet chat.
Yes, it looks like everybody's going to watch on catch-up by the sounds of things. So I'm going to go and check out that Wavegrove Magi plugin. Oh, DJ says he's going to see Genesis in Manchester on Saturday. I wouldn't mind betting that Hugh's gone to see this tour. This is the final Genesis tour. So Phil Collins is at the front and his son is on drums, which is interesting. I knew he played, but I didn't know he was like arena show good. So I guess he is.
Who's that, sorry?
Phil Collins, his son, is playing drums with Genesis.
When I saw Phil Collins, like 6 months before COVID, his son came on to play with him. And then, apparently on that tour, he played a few sort of numbers with him for fun, but then that just became his drummer, yeah?
Yeah, so that's, like you say, he is now... I think Genesis are still touring with 2 drummers, because that was always the thing that they did in the 80s and the 90s, is that they had Phil Collins and the other drummer with 2 separate kits.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's still what they're doing, but his son is now the other kit guy. Because Phil Collins is definitely now not in a physical state where he can play at all.
No, I mean, when I saw him, he had a walker and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he still is or not.
Yeah, apparently he's not in the best of health, but still he put on a great show by all accounts.
Oh, yeah. He just, like when we saw him, he sat down for the entire show, but it was still great. Guy can still sing.
Yeah. Which takes some effort, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't sing for a full show. I mean, hell, I'm going to have to on Saturday, but luckily for me, I'm doing backing. But yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of exercise. But there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is everything we've got time for on this week's podcast.
Ooh.
Nice one, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
And so will Liam. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for the patrons. I'll see you all in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone. That might be the end of the video, but if you fancy carrying on this conversation, we have a Discord server. Link is in the description. We're also on Patreon, which is something you can really help us with. We also are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hot Pole Studios. See you there.